Hello everybody, I'm Daniel Montiglio from Foreigner BG, and today we are with my dear friend Nikolay Petkanov. He's the founder of Mbrand. Mbrand is a company that helps their customers to create sales funnels and online builders. Nikki, tell us a little bit more about Mbrand and how are you today?
Well, thank you that you're my guest here. Thank you for sparing your time with me, and I'm very glad that you asked me to make this interview. So, at this beautiful time, at this beautiful town, it's time to make some changes now.
Okay, I have prepared a few questions for you. What is the digital lessons that we get from these pandemic times?
First, nobody expected the pandemic to be in such big volume. Everybody say, okay, it's somewhere in China, it's very away from us, so nobody was prepared. And the hit was sudden. The strike was very sudden, and the whole world collapsed. But the people saw that there is a power to bring them home and to keep them home. So the power of the government, the power of the fear of being killed, or it doesn't matter, but the big changes happened. So the big change, what was the big changes? Everybody's supposed to stay at home. Everybody was separate from everybody. So the problem is that if you separate the people, they will try to find a new way to communicate each other. So thanks to God of the technology, actually we have several platforms like Facebook, like Google, like Zoom, like everything else that everybody tried to use and not to be separated by each other. But there was a good shift also and for technology, because for a very short time a very big changes happened.
What are the lessons of the pandemic to the business in Bulgaria, to the shops that the people have?
The first lesson that I suppose that everybody in Bulgaria would teach, but unfortunately it's not happening this way, was to make the people to pay with their credit or debit cards.
Okay.
There was a little bit shift of digital payment, but it was not what I expected. And we are very far away from the Western countries and from the United States and the other world, according to the online payments. The second one lesson, and which is more important, the business is supposed to be digital. The businesses were not very ready for this, and a lot of companies collapsed. You see what's happened here in Varna, and it's not only in Varna, it's in the whole world. Happened exactly the same thing. The door was closed, the business were collapsed, some of them bankrupt, and it was a problem for everybody. And if you are not ready for such kind of shift, you close the door. If you have a backup plan or second plan how to continue if this happened, it would be a little bit more easy for the company.
Yeah, I want to say to everybody that this information that Nikki is giving to us is, as he also have been the regional director for the small and medium enterprise here in Varna. Then he knows what he's talking about. Nikki, you are very modest, but I will have to say to the audience that.
Like you say, I was a regional director of the SME promotion agency for several years, and I know what is the condition and the situation of almost every one company here in Varna and in the region.
People was afraid, people was not prepared. Is now a good time to start an online business?
And yes and no. So no, because why not? Because if you decide to start an online business, okay, or if you decide to sell product online, there's supposed to be somebody to produce this product. And for the last decade, the China become the main manufacturer in the world, and everybody bought from China and sell in the Europe or United States, it doesn't matter. So the China was the biggest manufacturing company, and now what we see that the governments, they close the borders, they close the markets, and they try to make the markets a little bit more inner, and to produce in-house. If you want to sell a product, somebody is supposed to produce this product. If you're selling a digital product, it's different way, because for a digital product you need several people or by your own to make some, for example, ebook or lessons or software. It doesn't matter. So you didn't need the big factory to produce goods. What is important for the online business? Probably it would be your next question.
Yeah, I would like to know. If it's a
Yeah.
good time, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I think many people say, I lose my job now. What should I do? Should I try to re-enter to the workforce market, or should I start my own like an entrepreneur and try my own business?
The truth is that everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but nobody is ready. Or not the nobody, but a very small quantity of people are ready for this to be entrepreneur. Because if you are working for several years for a company, or if you have a corporate career, it's not very easy to make this shift and to think like an entrepreneur. So to be an entrepreneur, it needs to change first your mind, second your vision, and third your heart, because you gotta love what you gotta do. Everybody want to be own boss. Everybody
Yes.
want to be own boss, but the problem is that the people are not ready, and the people are not ready because they didn't know the main principle of business. The main principle,
Which is,
so for starting an online business, it's a good idea to have offline business, and the principle in the online and the offline are exactly the same. For example, if you want to have a store, we can compare offline and online store. So if you need offline store, you need a place,
yes,
and you need a sign, and
Yes.
you need a stuff inside, and you need a seller. So if you make online business, you need exactly the same, but the store we call hosting, the sign we call them domain, the store is some kind of platform, for example Mbrand, to sell your products, and seller also a seller. So you see, there is no big difference, just the terminology is a little bit different. The 4P's, 4P is product, place, promotion, and price. If you know how to make offline business, it's very easy to make online business. You just need a different technology. But the principles are the same, exactly the same.
it's better if I have my offline business to move into an online more than just to thinking to create the newest idea.
Yes, but if you never have an own business, it's a little bit difficult.
Yes.
Especially in Bulgaria, probably in the rest part of the world, but especially in Bulgaria, the most of the people, they're a little bit confused, and they always make exactly the same mistake. They just didn't understand what is the profit and what is the turnover. And in Bulgaria, the most of the people think that the turnover is a profit and they put it on a pocket.
Yes.
But they forget about the taxes, they forget about the rents, they forget about the social payments. So this is why a lot of young, educated entrepreneurs just start and try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, and after that they're finished. It doesn't matter did they try with online or offline business, they finish in 6 months. And this
We see that a lot. We
Yeah.
see that, unfortunately, we see that a lot.
yeah, we see that a lot. So that's why, like I said, the first thing you gotta do is just to change your mind and to make your mind shift move on the way to the entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship is a way of life. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta be ready to work a long period without any money. Entrepreneurship is like a building. Make a fundament, make the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, the fourth, and make the roof. Life of entrepreneurs, some of us, we finish till the roof. Some of us are on the last floor, or in the first floor, or in the middle. It depends. But yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard, and you gotta change your mind, change your vision, and change your heart.
There is a recipe how to become an entrepreneur.
If you're used to live and work like a worker, it's very hard to make this shift and to make this change, because the workers, they know at 9 o'clock I gotta be at the office, at 12 o'clock I'm going to lunch, at 1 o'clock I'm back again in the office, and at 6 o'clock I'm leaving to home. And if you're not ready to work 24/7, And if you're not ready to commit yourself to the what you do, um, it would be very hard for everybody to become an entrepreneur. Especially after COVID, the most of the owners of the business, they try to look for a new opportunities and how to make this shift to the digital world. Because, for example, if you say a local business, chiropractors, dentists, hairstylists, so they were closed. In this kind of business, solopreneur business, you must have some special fund that can guarantee you that you will pay the rent for the office, you can pay the salaries for the workers that work for you, or the other stuff. Or if you are solopreneur and you could not work, if you're with a broken arm, for example, so you gotta live this 2 or 3 months or 1 month, it doesn't matter, you gotta have this amount of money. And but the problem, what happened with the COVID? So we found a new way to make money. Actually, hairstylists, they were closed, but they can teach how to cut your hair, or how to how to color your hair, how to change the color of your hair online. So there is a lot of channels which are which show us this, how to cut your beard, how to make a massage, how to make a yoga, how to make a gym, how to eat properly. So those kind of people, they make the shift very easy.
This is interesting.
Yeah,
I've seen this change. I've seen in YouTube a lot of people start to talking what they used to do. Now they're filming themselves and they're presenting this to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit. What will be your advice to the people that is thinking? If I want to, I'm the owner of a place, but I want to move more online. I have to invest money. I don't have much money. What you will say? Take the risk. Think about it. Go ahead. Don't do it.
First, change your mind.
Okay.
Change your mind. So if you're a physical shop owner and you want to make a shift on a digital world, so you gotta make a little bit research. So first you gotta want to make this change. Now the pandemic, the COVID-19, because the people see what's going on, and if you're not in Google, nobody can find you.
Yes.
Because everybody they're supposed to stay at home, and nobody can walk, nobody can come to your store, and even it's prohibited to enter the people to enter in your store. So what's the next move? You have goods, you have a lot of goods you gotta sell. Okay, so the next move is online shop, or it doesn't matter, sales funnel. So even easy sales funnel. Because
what is sales funnel?
Well, the sales funnel is probably the most interesting and the most engaging way to sell a product or service. So it's called funnel because on the top you have a lot of people which are probably never heard about you. At the top you gotta create awareness.
Yes.
At the middle you're supposed to create an interest. At the third level, you're supposed to create a desire to buy your product, and finally, you gotta make them to act. But for example, if you have 1,000 people at the who never heard about you, and you put some advertisement in Google or in Facebook, it doesn't matter. So from this 1,000, probably at the end, 1 or 2 will be your clients. Not everyone wants to buy your product, but
yes.
You're supposed to make a desire to buy your product because your product is very, I don't know, good, cheap, better, faster. It doesn't matter. So when you create desire, after that they become a client.
Okay.
Sales funnel is a sales process.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people that think that just having a web page, sales will come like a magic. The people is a bit naive on that. How you will explain that to the people? Have you seen that?
Yes. So it was true. It was true in, I don't know, 15 years ago. Even 10 years ago, it was true. Now we have 2 million websites every day.
Yeah.
So The competition is a little bit more. The search engines, they change a lot of things, and they have a ranking system. You know, if your website is good, they put you on the first place. If you're not good, if you have no good quality, they put you down, and nobody can find you. So, but to be foundable in the digital world, it's a lot of work. If you put a website on, if you just put a website on the Google, it's something like somebody give me a business card.
The website is the beginning, not the end.
The website is the absolute minimum beginning.
Okay.
Is the absolute minimum beginning of making a miracles.
Mm-hmm.
So what I recommend, there is a lot of courses that were, especially here in pandemic world, was free of charge or at very low price. We also have a special business courses that we make. So the first step the people gotta do is just to educate themselves, to change the mind, to open their eyes, and to accept this in the heart. Because if you don't know the basics, if you don't have foundation, stable foundation of the building, you could not make any floor later.
Nikki, thank you very much, man. I really like the interview with you. I think you are being very clear, and I thank you for the knowledge that you are sharing with us. Where people can find more information about how to create their websites and their travel funnels.
So they can find us at the builder at the mbrand.io.
And what the people can expect to find there, just the builder or more, I don't know, materials, stuff like that?
No, we have a lot of materials. Unfortunately, the materials are in Bulgarian. But if somebody wants to speak with me, it's very easy to speak with me. Also, we have, like I said, this morning we published 50 new templates. So now we have more than 220 pre-made templates for sales funnel, for pages, for websites. So
for different business?
For different business, for different niches, for different industries. So you gotta find your just find your template. Actually, for 1 hour or for 2 hours, you can have.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. How long, if I don't have much knowledge about to create a website, how long it will really take me?
So if you have the knowledge for business,
yes,
but you don't have the knowledge for website, absolutely realistic is 1 day.
Okay.
It's 1 day. If you have if you know what you gotta do, and you prepared everything, text, pictures, the flow of the people, the consumer, the buyers walking path, so the buyer persona, and etc. If you prepare this, really for 15 minutes you can have fully operational website.
Amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. If you have just for example, if you have one product, product, it's a black pen, and if you want to sell this one, and you have this only one product, you need a sales funnel. You don't need a operational website. You just need a sales funnel with 2-3 pictures, some text, and some button, buy now, and that's it. 15 minutes.
All right, Nikki. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny. Wish you the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye.